I just finished watching Bill and Ted Face the Music, and I have a smile on my face that I can't get rid of. And I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about this. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing I want to suggest is revisiting the films before watching this one. I see there's a lot of critics out there that are saying it's really goofy and it's really silly. And I think you're really kind of missing the point, because I went back and saw 1 and 2 about a couple weeks ago, and these are silly films. I think there's like a nostalgic sort of like remembrance of what it used to be. A lot of people have really compared it to Back to the Future in some senses, but it really is not. That's a lot smarter film, so to speak. These have always been fun, silly films, and I love that charm, that innocence is still present in part 3. You can really tell Face the Music is really a labor of love to fans, and that Alex Winter, Keanu Reeves, and everybody involved in this film really love the project and love the material. You can really sense that within the dialogue, within the sets, and some of the sentimental scenes. I was really surprised how often I was getting teary-eyed in a Bill and Ted film. I was like, oh my God, why are my heartstrings being tugged? There were some really sentimental, touching scenes within this film. And I think that's just credited to the writers and everybody involved, really just hitting those notes where the fans were expecting what we wanted. And I have to admit, as soon as Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter come on screen, you cannot help but smile. You just love these characters. They're wholesome, they're innocent, they're still together. And it's really a stark contrast. You know, we've seen Keanu Reeves in John Wick films. He's killed hundreds of people. And just to see Keanu Reeves doing his, Ted impression again, or that sort of the mannerisms, like, whoa, it's hilarious. You cannot help but smile. And the 2 performances that I loved in the film, that I want to go ahead and look at their names here because I want to say them correctly. Bridget Ludley Plain, who played Ted's daughter, Keanu Reeves' daughter in the film, I think sold the show. She was amazing. I love how much she studied to copy and mimic Keanu Reeves' moves and gestures and the way he nodded his head when he talked to Bill. I thought that was really well done. So bravo to you, Bridget. I admire your work, and I love that you really put that much effort into capturing that soul of Keanu Reeves. I really do love that. And the other performance that I love was Anthony Carnigan, who played Dennis the robot. Just like Death, this character, each character that comes into the film that I appreciate, they have layers and you actually know more about them. They have insecurities and they have some trauma that they've dealt with in the past. And that's something that's really not expected in a wholesome, silly film. So again, there's just a lot of layers to this film and a lot of emotional weight that I was not expecting in a Bill and Ted film. I loved it. And I have to admit, for whatever reason, this really struck a chord in the heart here. But just to see, well, let me reverse a little bit. In the nation we live in now, where there's so much tension, so much hatred, so much animosity and just anger, it was so refreshing just to see a film that you were constantly smiling to, and to hear the words "be excellent to each other" and "party on, dude." I don't know why that hit me so hard, but it did. I'm like, I wish we could live by that rule. Why don't we? Why not? In the end, ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend Bill and Ted Face the Music. It completes a trilogy, and in my opinion, it's the best of the 3. A lot of care, a lot of emotional weight, a lot of really just delivering to the fans. A lot of care went into this production. You can really tell. And again, Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, everybody involved, thank you for making this film. I enjoyed it. It's probably the one film so far this year that I left just feeling enlightened and just happy. And not many films do that nowadays. You leave feeling good. You feel happy about it. Is this going to win Oscars and awards? No. But it won my heart, and that's all that matters. And I highly recommend you check out Bill and Ted Face the Music. And as always, everybody, thank you for watching Rudy's Movie Reviews, San Antonio's official movie critic. Please take care and be excellent to each other and party on, dude. Take care.